What's in store for Nintendo in the future? Halo 5 has been delayed, new Justice League movies coming out to Blu Ray and DVD, and brand new news for CM Punk. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the show. Totally a fan. I think it's going to stick now, that title, but we'll see how it goes. But this is a show where me, a total fan, bring the information to you about movies, games, TV shows, comic books, everything fandom related. I bring to you just because I feel like it. Today, we have some interesting news coming from Nintendo. Currently, the president of Nintendo, Mr. Satoru Iwata, has came out and stated that although the Wii U hasn't performed as they expected, he's not pessimistic about it, and he definitely has some great plans moving forward for the company. Some of these plans may include a mobile market, an improvement for quality lifestyle games such as Wii Fit and etc. Some updates with the same technology that they use the Skylanders and possibly Disney Infinity. And I'm going to go over some rumors of a supposed new system that we'll see how that goes. But for now, as I said, the president said that he's not too disappointed with what the Wii U has been doing in terms of sales, but he does expect him and both the game creator, Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto, they definitely addressed some of the criticisms based on a meeting they had today. I think a financial meeting of sorts today, and like I said, they are addressing where the Wii U has failed and are expecting to pick up on where they failed to improve in the future with their current systems. In addition, the game creator, same great creator, Mr. Miyamoto, has stated that a new library is supposed to come out, a new game library. Not entirely sure on release dates or any further details, but he does have plans to start dishing those out. In addition, they're trying to do a new on-demand type service with the mobile market. From what I've read, it kind of sounds like they want to do a smart glass feature very similar to the Xbox, but they also want to have like a social networking, possibly with the Nintendo Mii's or whatever they're called. I can't remember the name. It's been a while. But possibly with that, in addition to doing some other things, again with social media type things, revolving around the Wii, and possibly some downloads and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure, as we don't have too much details, but definitely you guys can expect that. In addition to that, they also want to talk about possibly licensing some of their characters. Now, Marvel did something very similar to this, where they licensed out Blade, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man to the companies that own them now, such as Fox and Sony, because to be honest, they were kind of they were losing money. Their comics alone wasn't enough, and so they licensed these characters out to try to make movies out of them. The movies did pretty successful to a point where it brought Marvel back up, and from there we have the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, from what I understand, Nintendo wants to do the same thing with some of their characters. We're not sure which ones, as we don't have full details just yet. But they want to do something similar, try to get themselves back in the game, try to help promote their systems and stuff like that. Now, it was rumored some time ago that the Nintendo Fusion was supposed to be their new platform. From what I understand, it was supposed to be something very similar to the current Wii U, allowing for multiple of the handhelds. I think it was like up to 4 handhelds for the new system, but supposedly that was going to be their new console. And currently, right now, Xbox and PlayStation 4 are definitely leading sales. Their games are doing really well, and I'm not sure. We don't have any new details on the Fusion, and from what I understand, they're just rumors. So please don't, say that, oh, the Fusion's going to happen, because honestly, I don't know. It's just rumors. But if they do decide to go with the Fusion, in addition to the mobile market and everything else we just talked about, definitely I do see a way of Nintendo coming back. In addition to that, they wanted to improve their quality life games again, such as Wii Fit and a couple other games as well. I think the Wii wants to definitely help promote that fitness and stuff like that a little bit more. So they're going to be looking into possibly new games or new technology to go with that. Now, as I get more details, definitely I'm going to be more than happy to share that with you, and we'll just hit it as we go. Now, Halo 5, in regards to video games, Halo 5 has been delayed and supposedly it was supposed to be on the list for 2014 for late fall, and it's not on the list, so a lot of people were kind of freaking out about it. And I think they took it off maybe a couple weeks ago. I want to say 2 to 3 weeks ago, something like that. So it's reported from PR, Mr. Rob Semsey of Microsoft stated that rest assured, your next Halo journey will begin 2014. Now, he doesn't go on to say if they're going to start making the game or what exactly they're going to be doing, so they kind of left it open. It's more than unlikely that they haven't started on the game. Maybe they need to polish it up. Maybe something happened. One of my best friends does 3D modeling and stuff like that, and sometimes he can get delayed when he has to add lower polygon counts, stuff like that. A bunch of modeling type deals. That could be it. It could be marketing issues. Who knows what the problem is, but they decided to delay it until supposedly November, I want to say 11th of 2015. So definitely we can expect that. However, for all you Halo fans, rest assured that they do have something coming out this year. In fact, it's actually going to be the Halo 2 anniversary. Essentially what it is Halo 2 HD, very similar to what they did with the Combat Evolved Halo 1. I think it was last year or the year before, so they're going to do that again with Halo 2, which I definitely think it's a great plus, just because Halo 2 definitely, well, Halo 1 and now Halo 2 HD is definitely a way for new gamers and I guess like a new consumer maybe to kind of get them in touch with the origins of Halo, how Halo started, and why it was so big. So I see good things out of this. But of course, we're missing out on 5. Now, I do also have some extra good news. I believe this is possibly confirmed. The source that I looked for, unfortunately, I couldn't get any 100%, but supposedly they're going to have a beta for the Halo 2. So if that happens, definitely be on the lookout for that. So moving forward, Justice League War, I have to take notes because I wasn't sure about the movie. I thought the movie was going to be based off of Injustice Gods Among Us, but I was wrong. But still a great movie. Now, Justice League War supposedly was released digitally January 21st, but we are expecting it to come out on Blu Ray and DVD on February 4th. Now, I don't know if you guys seen any of their animated cinematic universe, but a lot of their stuff is really great. I'm a big fan of a lot of the stuff that they've been coming out with. It's really cool, and unfortunately, with the whole Batman versus Superman thing, this is definitely going to be the best thing we have to hold us until that gets released. But I think it's going to be great. So let me go into it a little bit without any major spoilers. So basically what happens is things go out of control, things start getting real when Batman is suspected of abducting people from Gotham. Hal Jordan, Mr. Green Lantern, arrives at Gotham to try to help find out, and apparently they're parademons that are abducting all these people. And because I guess they figured it may have been of alien descent, they decided to go to Superman in Metropolis to try to figure it out. Now, again, without spoiling, basically what happens is one of Superman's big baddies seems to be the mastermind behind the game. He's controlling how everything's going down, but it ends up requiring the help of Wonder Woman and the Flash, and then there is some major battles that go on between the heroes themselves, from what I remember. So definitely, I do recommend, if you haven't seen it, to check it out now or purchase it when it comes out this February. I know I'm definitely going to check it out. Again, I'm a big fan of the DC and where they're going with their. Ever since Young Justice got canceled, I need some animation fix, and definitely the DC universe has been dishing out some really great stuff. So last bit of news, kind of, WWE has more stuff is erupting for Mr. CM Punk. Now, again, CM Punk is definitely in my top 10. I'm not sure about my top 5, definitely top 10 of favorite wrestlers of all time. There's been a lot of buzz from CM Punk. The probably biggest thing was that he spoke to Mr. Dana White of UFC, and a lot of people think that he may be joining the UFC as a fighter. From what I understand, this is not true. I believe Dana White stated it wasn't happening, but he definitely wanted to talk to him. From what I understand, CM Punk's actually a big UFC fan, so it's definitely possible that they have ties, especially considering that there's, celebrities and stuff like that. So I wouldn't put it past it that they definitely talk. Sorry, screen went down. So if they talked about joining UFC, who knows? But as far as we know, we the fans and whatever you can find online, rumors are negative. That's not going to happen. In addition, it is confirmed. Stone Cold Steve Austin, during an interview, a couple different wrestling websites and a bunch of other things basically confirmed that CM Punk is no longer with the WWE, at least for now. Definitely, I talked about this with my friend a little bit earlier. It's definitely possible that Vince McMahon can throw something on the table to bring CM Punk, but in order for them to do that, it has to be something really big. And I definitely want to go over with what I think could happen, but it has to be something huge. Because the creative department at WWE has been, in my opinion, really screwing over some of the great wrestlers that are out. Some of the new up-and-coming guys. Daniel Bryan, my man's Roman Reigns, and CM Punk himself. Now, basically, the last year has been chaotic for at least Bryan and Punk. And this is what I can see happening. If they're able to find a way to get CM Punk back, definitely they can have him confront, creative in some format and have him headline WrestleMania, but it's preferred because supposedly Elimination Chamber is coming up. Daniel Bryan is going to be in it. If Daniel Bryan can win either the next pay-per-view or win Elimination Chamber, definitely I think him winning the title that way, and he can still headline WrestleMania against Batista instead of Randy Orton versus Batista. So that's definitely a plus. Now, personally, what I would definitely like to see is during the Royal Rumble, if you haven't seen it, try not to spoil, but essentially Shield kind of tried to screw over Roman during the Rumble. And there was some kind of argument between them a little bit after. But supposedly, I think that following Monday Night Raw, there was an issue too. Unfortunately, I didn't get to miss it. I have some shows I watch on Monday that take priority that I'll be talking about on this show later. But there was some kind of issue there. So what I can see happening is during the Elimination Chamber, the Shield screwing over Roman Reigns and somehow, and him deciding to go solo. And hopefully he gets his title shot and maybe he can get to WrestleMania through the same ways that Daniel Bryan could, either winning the title, beating Orton, and then they could either do a three-way, Orton, Batista, and Bryan, or vice versa with Roman, Batista, and Orton. But that remains to be seen. In addition to that, there have been a lot of meetings going on about creative possibly working on new storylines. Again, this could be definitely an idea for what that is, but definitely, they know they screwed up bad and they're definitely trying to rework it. So that kind of also, indicates that definitely Punk is not part of the WWE, at least not for now. Again, Vince McMahon can decide tomorrow to lay an option out on the table and CM Punk can decide to take it. But again, I think it has to be something really big. I definitely think CM Punk is very passionate about it, and if they don't present a proposal good enough, I don't think he's going to take it. Now, in addition to that, rumors about TNA are not yet confirmed. Supposedly, they made a playlist that a lot of people got really overexcited about, but CM Punk actually used to wrestle for TNA, so they posted a lot of these playlists of like his greatest moments. Now, there was a rumor that a couple days ago that Punk was going to go to TNA, so probably because of that traffic, they wanted to start dishing out these videos and help people bring him in. So definitely, guys, please, it's just a rumor that he may be going to TNA. We don't know yet. There's no sources or anything confirming that an offer was given to CM Punk, let alone that he decided to go, off on a whim. So that remains to be seen. Now, that's it for the show, but we will get into some user questions. First, Mr. Jonathan asked, with the recent leak of Lex Luthor, what are your predictions for the Superman-Batman movie? Also, what is a possible title since it's still an unknown project? Well, Jonathan, thank you for the question. Honestly, they're still calling it Batman vs. Superman. I think some people may be calling it Superman vs. Batman. But they had a comic book arc together that was called the world's finest. I honestly think that's a great title. I think a lot of fans would definitely, like an Easter egg type of moment. I definitely think a lot of fanboys would be very excited about. And so long as they have the logo, I'm pretty sure new people will know what's going on. Or they can call it World's Finest Batman vs. Superman. Either way, I think World's Finest would be a great title. Now, for those of you who don't know, Mr. Jesse Eisenberg, he played the characters from Mark Zuckerberg from the Facebook movie. And he tends to play a lot of nerdy characters. He did that one movie with Aziz Ansari, where they had to rob a bank or whatever. That was really funny. I really liked the movie. And they also did, Eisenberg also did Adventureland. I think he did Zombieland as well. And he is confirmed to play Lex Luthor. Personally, I think Eisenberg, he definitely comes off as that nerdy character. I saw him in that recent movie, the Magic movie. I think Catch Me If You Can. And if I'm wrong, please note in the comments what the title is. But he was in that movie, and he seemed a little more. He had like a more serious tone. But honestly, a lot of the characters he's been given to play, he tends to be kind of that nerdy guy. So I don't know if I can necessarily see him as a mastermind as Lex Luthor. Now, I was kind of hoping for Bryan Cranston. He plays the character from Breaking Bad. The main guy, I can't remember his name, Walter White, or Heisenberg. I would have liked to have seen him, but I think it is cool that it is a surprise, that it's somebody that we never really expected. So I'm not sure how it will go. I don't really foresee. I don't know. It'll be something that we'll have to see. Now, in addition to Eisenberg getting cast, also Mr. Jeremy Lyons. He's a really old guy, and if you don't know him, he was the voice of Scar in The Lion King. And he's done a couple other movies as well. I remember right off the top of my head, he was in one of the old Three Musketeers. I think he's a great actor. I think he's phenomenal. I definitely think he has like a powerful voice. But he's cast as Alfred, as Ben Affleck's Batman, as his Alfred. So I've been watching a lot of like fan type shows, a lot of movie news shows, and a lot of people. Well, some people suggested Mr. Timothy Dalton. He used to play one of the James Bond characters. I definitely think it would have been cool to see him back in the light. But they picked Mr. Jeremy Irons, who I think could be good. I don't see anything bad with that. And that, of course, remains to be seen. But honestly, I don't think that would be an issue. I think he's going to be great. It's just Jesse Eisenberg I'm not too sure about. So we'll see about that. Another question we have, well, not really a question, but Mr. Tommy asks, any new information on Spider-Man 2? Unfortunately, because I don't really have many connections into the world of movies, I basically know that the movie essentially is taking place kind of similar to how I think Spider-Man 2 took place. The Amazing Spider-Man, of course, being the new one coming out. I do know that during the Super Bowl, they're going to have new trailers. But he's going to go... Essentially, he's trying to find himself... try to balance his normal life with his Spider-Man life and try to see, what happens with that. So that's going to be something that's going to play a big role. I do know that Miss Gwen Stacy is going to have a big thing. If you haven't read the comics or don't know much about the character, a really big major event involving her is going to take place. That's going to be that's going to add to that balance. It's definitely going to help unbalance it. Now, a lot of people have been complaining that it's too crowded with the Rhino, Mr. Paul Giamatti, Electro, Jamie Foxx, and the Green Goblin, who they're suspecting to be either Mr. Chris Cooper, who's playing Norman Osborn, or Dane DeHaan, who's playing Harry Osborn. Now, personally, from the trailers that I've seen, it looks like Dane DeHaan is actually going to be the Green Goblin. Just based off a lot of his features, you can kind of see it on the little snippets of the Goblin. It doesn't look like he's going to be wearing a helmet or a mask or anything like that. It kind of looks like he may go the Spider-Man 3 route, where James Franco had like that armor, so that looks like what that might happen. But essentially what it's really going to come down to is Oscorp, supposedly he's going to figure out, Peter's going to figure out a little bit more about his parents' past, and it's going to all lead to Oscorp. And there's been a couple but a couple trailers and stuff like that suggesting that Oscorp is going to be the villain factory. And I think it's going to be awesome because that's a great way to kind of ground everybody's introduction, all the villains' story. You know, they're all different parts. They all have their each personalities, but this is one villain factory that's basically dishing them out. And so I think this is going to be awesome. So as far as news goes, it's not really too much based off what we've seen from the trailers and stuff like that. I don't know of any other leaked footage. I do know that Mary Jane was supposed to be in it. She's no longer in it. They are expecting her to be in the third one. From what I understand, the actress is actually going to be replaced. Now, she's going to be working on another movie by the time the third one starts shooting, but it's supposed to conflict with her schedule, so she's not going to be the next Mary Jane. I don't think they figured out who it's going to be, but as soon as I find out, definitely I'll be more than happy to let you know. So that's it for now. I'm running out of time, so I want to thank you guys for tuning into the show. I want to thank you guys for asking the questions, Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Tommy. If you guys have any other questions, if you guys want to talk over any specific topics or anything like that, go ahead and email me or follow me on Twitter or tweet me, whatever. All that information is going to be down below. And if you like this video, subscribe. I'm more than happy to share information with you, and I definitely want to know what you guys think. So that subscribe button is down there somewhere. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. I'll be more than happy to give out any information. Now, listen, guys, for the weekend, I don't expect to do any additional shows. However, I do want to do a commercial for the not a commercial, a little mini episode to follow up with the commercials for the Super Bowl. So definitely expect that on Sunday. But apart from that, I want you guys to have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, I'll see you guys. And listen, guys, today I want to talk about a very important topic that's kind of near and dear to my heart. Earlier today, I saw a picture of a child tucked away in a corner, hanging out with a picture of his father who looked like he was in the military. And personally, I have friends and family who are in the military, and I definitely support my troops. But listen, man, if you have friends, family, brother, sister, mother, father, cousin, aunt, uncle, anybody you have in the military, do me a favor and give them an extra hug, whether they be in the United States Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Coast Guard, anything like that. Please give them an extra hug and let them know that me, totally a fan, is a total fan of the military, and I definitely support my troops. So like I said, please give them that extra hug for me. Until then, I'll see you next time.